Yo, what's up guys? It's the boy Blady coming at you 12 at midnight trying to make this video happen. But before I start this video, I just want to say a big thank you to all the viewers that gave me 4K views in my previous video. Hopefully it keeps going up, and let's get started. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to showcase Honda and Joan both as primaries and secondary, and it's going to be in a battle simulation in level 71 expedition. I have Honda expertise since the day he was released, and it's hard to find the right pair with the synergy that's needed to elevate Honda. I was using Herald to fill in the void, but I just felt like he wasn't good enough because he made Honda even more squishy, and Herald's AoE only works when being swarmed. That's why I was excited when Joan finally came out. Not only does Joan give you a damage buff and rage regen to you and your other troops, but she can activate her skill a second time. This is great for commanders like Honda who have a big rage requirement of 1350, because while you're waiting for his skill to activate again, Joan's skill
it's over 9,000!
can activate for a second time to fill in that time frame of no skills being casted. So let's talk about the pros and the cons of Honda being primary and Joan being secondary. The first pro is Honda Flex. You gotta let the boys know you got the Honda out there, you know? The second one is all hands on deck with the AoE deeps. So basically what this means is that your Honda and your Joan has AoE damage, so you do not want to be in close proximity of this commander if you're the enemy. The third one is fast march speed. You know, enough said. Honda got the march, Joan got the march, boom. Fourth one is big burst damage, and that's because Honda has the skill talent tree. Another pro is that this troop can be a distraction troop for your better and stronger troops, such as XY Nevsky, Juan CPO, Neb YSG, Boudica Artemisia. And lastly, if you leave Honda and Joan alone, they are what I call a creeper. You know, if you leave them alone, they're gonna creep up on you on the later rounds, and they're gonna beat you on the long run. So if you don't touch them and you just, you know, passively doing damage to them, Honda's force skill can generate a maximum of 60% skill damage. And obviously if you leave Joan alone, she can just keep buffing the rest of her troops and 2 more troops. So that's like, it's like a lose-lose situation, you know, if you zero the troop because he's a distraction, or you just leave it alone. So let's talk about what I don't like about Honda being primary. The first thing is that his rage requirement is 1350. Most commanders are only 1000. He's squishy if targeted, will go down fast, and I don't like his weak anti-swarm game. His passive buffs are very one-dimensional. It's mostly only attack boosts, other than that small little 10% health he gets from Joan. And lastly, with Honda being primary, you do not get that cavalry talent tree, which I know for a lot of people that can be kind of a deal breaker, you know? Before I get to Joan, I just want to say if you like watching my videos, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel for more contents. Okay, so before I get into Joan as a primary and Honda as secondary, I just want to say that I am actually pleasantly surprised that Joan was able to kind of keep up with Honda as primary. Joan as primary makes a lot of sense as well. The first thing I love about her is her support tree. That's the best talent tree to have for constant skill activation. The second thing too is that I'll only be running one troop type, so cavalry talent tree is definitely superior than leadership for this situation. Another thing too is when you proc more skills, what happens? You also give more buffs. So the more skills that you activate is obviously better for you and your other troops because you give more buffs as well. I also like the fact that you don't have to craft new cavalry equips for your leadership commander like Honda, and you can just swap your old cavalry equips to a Joan of Arc, obviously. And lastly, Joan being primary, her buffs won't overlap her previous one. Joan as primary, There's really not many bad things to say except that Honda's active skill is halved for being secondary, and she doesn't burst as hard when Honda is primary. But that's pretty much all I could really think about for her cons. But if you think about it, the fact that she's able to activate more of her skills, she kind of catches up, but she's only behind a little. But I wouldn't say Honda's overall DPS is so high that I would recommend him. If you were to ask for my honest advice, I would definitely say Joan, because although she doesn't produce big dig damage like Honda, she procs her skills at a ridiculous rate, buffing more often and overall helping your other troops at a higher rate. I will be making another video on a different Joan pair soon. I think you guys will find it very interesting. Until then, have a blessed day.